What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Jeff Benjamin with iDownload Blog. I want to show you a brand new jailbreak tweak called Vertex. Now, stop me if you've seen this before, but this is the mission control concept brought to reality that we showcased a few weeks ago for you guys. It allows you to have your app switcher and your control center combined in one handy interface that's accessible using a double press of your home button. So just like you normally would invoke the app switcher, you can invoke Vertex and have the convenience of having the control center and the app switcher combined into one interface. And you can still use the app switcher like normal. You can swipe up on apps to dismiss them. You can switch between them. Everything works like you would expect. But the only difference is you have control center and the app switcher in one interface. So that is really cool. Now, if you head over to the stock settings app, you will see the settings for Vertex. At the top is a kill switch you'll need to enable. And then you have this swipe up toggle. This is really neat. You can swipe up from the bottom of the page to have Zephyr-like gestures to invoke the app switcher. So you just swipe up from the bottom of the page like that. You don't have to even press your home button. You don't have to wear out your home button. You can just swipe up to invoke Vertex just like that. Now, the only caveat to that obviously is that you no longer have control center access, but control center is built into Vertex, so that's kind of the point. You also have these app icons you can enable, so it gives you a interface more akin to the stock app switcher. You have those app icons that can give you context to what's open. You can easily see what's open without having to look and discern what's on the page. Sebastian will like that. You also have these gray backgrounds. I'm going to say great. They're great as well, but the gray background is a homage to the original design found on Dribble. You also have rounded corners that you can enable, so you see there's 90-degree corners there. They're sharp corners. You enable this toggle right here though, and you get rounded off corners on your app switcher card preview. So that is a nice effect as well. Now, since Control Center is built into Vertex, obviously you're going to have access to your toggles as well. At the top, you see your toggles there. And in the preferences for Vertex, you can change the toggles. You can rearrange the order of the toggles just by using the drag handles found in the toggle section. And all these changes happen in real time. You don't need a respring. In fact, any of the settings you adjust in Vertex happen immediately. You do not need a respring. Even disabling or enabling the tweak outright doesn't require a respring. So you see that adjustment there that I rearranged the toggles, that took place immediately. There's also paging, so you can change to a traditional horizontal paging for your toggles, or if you're feeling a little risky, you can try the vertical paging, which allows you to swipe up and down to change between your toggles. So I like the vertical paging. I think that's pretty neat. Last but not least, there's return to start, so that will return you to the page, the first page rather. When you close out of the app switcher, you open it back up, you're back at your first page, just like that. So ladies and gentlemen, Vertex, like I said, it's a combination of the control center and the app switcher. There are a few caveats. Number one, you don't get the quick launch toggles that you'll find in the app switcher normally. So those toggles like for flashlight and stuff like that, those are no longer there. And you also have to consider that since you're combining the app switcher and control center, things are just going to be a little more cluttered. So you have to keep that in mind. You're not going to have the same amount of real estate that you're used to having. Things just seem to be a little more squeezed in there. So, that's just something you're going to have to take into account as well. If you want to try Vertex, though, you can try it for $1.49 on Cydia's BigBoss repo. It should be available in the very near future. I'm interested to hear what you have to say about this concept brought to reality. Let me know what you guys think about Vertex in the comment section down below. This is Jeff with iDownload Blog.